replying to TikTok comments about solar panels. Hello, I am Charlie.
I'm Josh.
You'll notice we have a new set. Ta-da! There's a yellow sofa.
There's a beautiful wall.
And there is a massive cheese plant next to me, which I'm very excited about.
So much oxygen.
Shall we start going through comments?
We absolutely should. The first comment is from Jiminy, and he says, and in 30 years' time we will have a genuine ecological disaster, which is of course possible, when all those panels need replacing.
Let's explain why Jiminy is a bit wrong.
Yes.
First of all, there is going to be a mountain of solar panel waste. It's on the horizon.
Absolutely.
There were loads of installations in the UK throughout the 2010s.
Yes, and that continues.
Yes, and one day all that stuff is going to need disposing of or recycling in some way.
Absolutely it will.
So in some ways Jiminy is right, but in other ways he's wrong.
He's so wrong.
We know that solar panels don't contain significant levels of toxic materials.
They don't. They mainly are made of glass, plastics, and several metals, which you will see on the screen somewhere here.
Very nice.
As well as lead, but lead only makes up less than 0.1% of
Which
materials.
is crazy small.
It's so small.
So even if we were putting all these in landfill, there wouldn't be much toxic stuff going into the ground.
Yes.
But they're not going to landfill, they're getting recycled. So every installer and manufacturer of solar panels in the UK is legally obliged to arrange for the collection and recycling of every solar panel that they have manufactured or installed.
And that is thanks to the waste, electrical and electronic requirements?
No?
No, that can't be it. Waste, electrical and electronic equipment regulations.
Also known as WEEE.
WEEE!
Yeah.
This was a law put into place by the EU, but it still applies to us even after Brexit because it was put into UK law in the time in between.
Yep. 99% of a solar panel is recyclable.
It is indeed.
And you've got companies around the world innovating to find more eco-friendly ways to recycle. So there's a Venetian startup called Ninetech, and they have mastered a way to recycle 95% of a solar panel using a combination of an acid bath and ultrasound waves.
Yes, absolutely. And they capture all of the pollutants before they escape their facility. So nothing gets polluted in the outside air. There are also 2 factories in France, which have developed much more technologically advanced ways of recycling panels. And those ways, I'm sure, will spread to factories all over the world soon.
Yeah, the future of solar panel recycling is bright. And we've done a whole video on the topic and an article. The links to these are down below. Number 2 is from Brown2A04. We see this quite a lot. He says, all these solar farms taking away food production, aye, that's smart.
Yes, we do hear a lot about this. Currently, the UK government has said that all big solar farm developments have to be built on lower quality agricultural land, so it's not going to endanger our food sources particularly. It also only takes up, well, how much would you guess it takes up of UK land?
Well, I've seen the number, so I should guess.
That's probably fair.
Yeah.
Solar farms currently take up 0.1% of UK farmland, which is very little, obviously. And by 2050, we'll need about 90 gigawatts of solar. That's a lot. Let's just leave it there. And that will take up 0.6% of UK farmland.
Which is still piddly.
It is still piddly. And of course, the biggest danger to farmland is climate change.
Climate change.
Exactly. There could be 70% less high-grade agricultural land by 2050 if we don't fight climate change. And what fights climate change?
Solar panels.
Exactly. In fact, the government has a wonderful quote about this.
Which I'm about to read.
Yes.
The biggest medium to long-term risk to the UK's domestic food production comes from climate change and other environmental pressures like soil degradation, water quality and biodiversity, not solar farms.
Our third comment is from Harry.
Number 3.
Harry says, realistically, we should wait until we have our orbital solar power. And yes, this is a real plan that's happening. Harry is sort of right, but not really.
Yes, it is a real plan, but it isn't happening yet.
Yes.
We can put solar panels in space. We've already done it. NASA did it in 1965.
Absolutely, and every year since, pretty much.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
With their early bird satellite. There is a British engineer called Ian Cash who has devised a way to do it now, which involves sending up a satellite. You basically have panels on one side that face the sun, naturally, and then something that beams the solar electricity down to Earth in the form of microwaves.
Which is very cool.
It's very cool. It's basically like the Death Star, just one big beam going back to Earth.
Except it won't destroy Alderaan.
It won't destroy Alderaan. But there are reasons why this isn't particularly viable right now. The first thing is it's really, really expensive.
Yes.
So it sounds great, but it requires hundreds of rocket launches, advanced robotic systems, miles and miles of infrastructure.
Billions and billions of pounds.
Yes, it's pricey. The second thing is aerospace and defence company Airbus have been testing this out, and the efficiency levels for solar panels in space are so much lower than on Earth.
Yeah.
So on Earth, you've got, I guess, monocrystalline panels on a rooftop, maybe between 20 and 25% efficient.
Yeah.
But because in space you have to convert the solar electricity into microwaves and then convert it back to electricity on Earth, you get like 5% efficiency.
Absolutely. The distance it has to travel as well from space all the way to Earth in the form of microwaves, it's going to end up with lower efficiency levels.
Yeah. So currently not efficient enough. There is another thing that solar panels in space have to deal with that solar panels on Earth do not have to deal with.
Yes.
Which are micrometeorites.
So cool, so harmful.
Terrifying. If you have a system up in space, it will basically get constantly battered by micrometeorites.
Yes.
This is what happened to the James Webb Telescope in 2022 when it first started its orbit. So you need a system that is tough enough to withstand that and then be able to be maintained regularly with stuff being replaced.
Which, as you can imagine, in space would be quite difficult.
And very expensive.
Yes.
You've also got the question of what to do with this system at the end of its life when it's out in space. Tricky. And then the third thing is, this kind of thing shouldn't be replacing rooftop solar.
Yes.
If anything, it should replace fossil fuels.
Yeah.
And I'd say to anyone at home who is thinking, I'm just going to wait till we've got solar panels in space, you are just missing out on hefty energy bill savings now.
Yeah. Hundreds of pounds worth of savings per year instead you're kind of hoping for not a pipe dream, but something that may not be around for decades to come.
Yeah. Number 4 is from BB. My Midlife Crisis.
Great name.
And the comment is, and the fact they don't last long either and can't be easily recycled. Why is that wrong?
Well, we've already done our bit about recycling. It's incredibly effective and legally required. But let's address the lifespan comment. Basically, modern monocrystalline panels in the UK last about 30 to 40 years.
Wow.
That's what we think, but to be fair, older blue polycrystalline panels have lasted even longer in similar climates. For instance, at Oldenburg University in North Germany.
We love talking about this university.
We love Oldenburg University. 336 panels were installed in 1976, and guess what? They're still going.
Still bloody going.
Decades and decades later, no one knows how many decades. Scholars disagree. But they're still producing 3,000 kilowatt hours of electricity and sending it straight to the grid. And we got that straight from the horse's mouth from a representative at Oldenburg. So if you've got solar panels from the 1970s still producing loads of electricity today, who knows how long modern solar panels will last that are installed nowadays. Most of them come with a 30-year performance warranty. This varies, but usually you can expect about 87–88% efficiency after those 30 years, which is huge. It's fantastic. That's of their original efficiency. Number 5 comes from Pineapple Chunk 1971. What a name. They say, why are we paying so much for electricity then if it's free energy from the sun?
Interesting point from Pineapple Chunk.
Always.
The sun is obviously a very giving provider of free energy.
Thank goodness, otherwise we wouldn't be here.
Yes, but we actually don't get a lot of electricity from the sun right now in the UK.
How much percentage-wise would you say we get
I would
every year?
say last year that 5% of electricity in the UK came from solar panels.
Exactly.
Quite low. We know that large-scale solar is the cheapest form of electricity. So if we did implement loads of solar farms around the UK and provided, 80, 90, 100% of our electricity with the sun, yes, bills in the long term would get cheaper.
Absolutely, so much cheaper.
But that isn't the case right now. Right now, we have something called the marginal cost pricing mechanism. And this means that even on days where we're barely using gas to generate electricity, the price of electricity is set by how much it costs to use gas.
Exactly.
To go into a bit more detail about the mechanism, the wholesale price of electricity in the UK is set by the cost of producing the last unit of electricity needed to meet demand.
And this is nearly always a gas power plant with high marginal costs.
Exactly. We have done a whole article on why electricity is so expensive in the UK right now. The link is down below. Number 6 is from a man called Arc4932. And he's made himself laugh quite a lot with his comment. He put solar, question mark, with what sun exactly? Question mark, laugh emoji, laugh emoji.
Well, I will admit that the UK isn't the sunniest place on Earth. That's fair. However, there is still plenty of daylight. You'll notice that the sun rises and sets every day, and in between there are hours in which it shines down on us.
Yeah.
Even if it's through clouds. And fortunately, solar panels only need daylight to function, not sunshine.
Bingo.
That is why they can save 86% on your electricity bills. And yes, they may produce less in winter. That's absolutely the case. On average, they produce about 11% of their yearly total across those 3 cold months. But in summer, they produce about 40% of their yearly total, and you can make back all of the electricity, all of the cost of the electricity that you had to buy from the grid during winter, during summer, by selling your excess electricity to the grid through a
solar export tariff.
Exactly, and there are plenty of those around right now. They offer pretty generous rates, and it's worth taking advantage of right now.
Josh has spent a crazy amount of time on an article which ranks all the best solar export tariffs on the market right now and what import tariffs to combine it with, how much money you can save. It's great, it's very long, and the link is down below.
Please read it.
Josh, what's number 7, please?
Number 7 is from someone called Tutorial MDYT. You know them, you love them. The comment is, why don't they build them over Sahara Desert, where sun is?
Right, lots of people suggest this. It makes sense, the Sahara Desert gets loads of sun, it's massive, solar panels would obviously thrive there. We've already said, the UK, it gets enough daylight for solar panels to work well.
To cut 86% off of people's bills.
Yes, on average. The problem with solar farms is the further away they are from where the electricity is being sent, the more that gets lost in transmission.
Exactly.
And it's more expensive to build because you're laying more lines. So if you built one in the Sahara Desert, assuming with an HVDC line, about 3 to 4% loss with transmission every 1,000 kilometres, a Sahara Desert solar farm sending to the UK might lose about 15% of what it's producing just by sending it to the UK, which is big.
Yeah, huge.
There has also been some excellent analysis of this specific hypothetical by King's College London, which we're going to rattle through. The Sahara Desert, with all its sand, reflects loads of the sun's light back up to the sky.
It plays an important role in stopping climate change.
It does. If you cover the Sahara Desert with panels, that would actually make the ground warmer because that light isn't being reflected by the sand anymore. The ground temperature increases, the warm air rises, it turns to clouds, suddenly the Sahara Desert gets loads of rainfall each year. That will just ruin the desert as we know it. That then affects the global ecosystem.
Yes.
Because the Amazon relies on nutrient-rich sands from the Sahara Desert blowing across the sea. They're not going to be blowing across anymore.
No.
The Amazon gets screwed over. The heat in the Sahara Desert will also spread all around the world. It will reduce rainfall in the Amazon. It will affect East Asia. The whole global ecosystem will get damaged, and it will actually probably accelerate climate change and make things worse.
Yes.
Another point to make, aside from all this, is that we do have solar farms in deserts. In China, in California.
North Africa, the Middle East, in various locations all over the world.
But crucially, it is never enough to change the global environment, and it's normally quite close to population centres.
Yes, so that, as you said, transmission is efficient and the electricity gets from the solar farms to where it needs to go very quickly.
Exactly. There was actually an £18 billion project that was exactly this, a solar farm in the Sahara sending electricity to the UK.
Wow.
Set up by a company called X-Links, I think I'm pronouncing it right. It was going to cover 8% of the UK's annual electricity demands.
Oh my God.
But it was rejected by the government quite recently because of disruption it was going to cause to coastal communities in Devon.
I mean, yeah, that's fair enough.
So it could happen one day, but not just yet. If you want to follow us on TikTok, please do. There you can join the scrum of people saying things about solar and energy and the world.
That is at TikTok. That's at Sunsave UK. And if you like that video that we just did, this one that you're watching right now, comment below and we will do more of them.
And please subscribe and like the video, all that stuff. Goodbye.